Tying, tying the copper wires to the nail, she gave Dash a wink and flipped the switch. Electricity rocketed through Dash's body. The blue pony reacted immediately. Body seized, muscles struck taut. Her hips thrusted skyward, and her eyes rolled back. She let out a deep, throat-shredding cry. Pinky giggled and danced in place. She turned up the juice. Dash convulsed uncontrollably. Her bladder emptied once more. After about 5 minutes, Pinky shut off the power. The area smelled lightly of cooked flesh and burnt an animal. She put Dash upright again and tried to snap the delirious, drooling pony back to attention. Dash! Dash! Wake up! Rainbow Dash managed to give her a modicum of weak acknowledgement. Pinky reached into the medicine bag and produced a large syringe. All right, time for the last round. Dash looked at the needle and Pinky piped that as a question as to what it was. Something to take the pain away, she informed as she walked around to Dash's ruined backside. She stuck the needle into the lower part of her spine. Dash flinched, coming to the front again. She told her friend, In a few minutes you won't be able to feel anything below your rib cage. Then you will be able to stay awake to watch the harvest. No. Then you'll be able to stay awake to watch the harvest. Dash started to cry again. Pinky, she trembled. Yeah, I want to go home. Dash openly sobbed. Yeah, I can see you wanting to do that, the party pony replied. Sometimes I just want to give up, say, I'm done with this mess, and go to bed. But you know what? You can't just shrug off your responsibilities. You gotta pull yourself up and meet the challenges head on. That's the only way you're gonna get ahead in life, Dash cried. Minutes passed as the drug took effect. Dash was numb from her chest to her flanks. Aware of this, Pinkie Pie approached her with the scalpel, only smiling to glance at Dash. She made a cut across her pelvis, just above her crotch. Moving up her body, she drew a similar incision under her ribs. One final cut was made down her stomach, connecting the first two. Looks like I got my eye on you, Dash. With a moist and gooey sound, the new door flapped open. The sight of her own organs made and lack of feeling caused Dash's breathing intensify. Pinky sliced open the abnormal sac and grabbed the intestines, separating it from the rest of the digestive tract and pulling them from the cavity, forming the cavity. Pinky was getting juvenile and started making jokes. Dash, growing weak from the new source of blood loss, tried to shut out the comedy act. Pinky was laughing. Look at me, I'm Rarity, she said, slinging the tube around her neck and spreading blood in all directions. Isn't my new scarf so pretty? Reaching back in, she cut a small intestine out of the bowels, squeezing out the excess excrement. Pinky filed it through her teeth and dragged it back and forth. Dentists say you gotta floss every day, Dash. Remember, Dash was barely aware of what was going on anymore. The shock was causing her to fade. Pinky got disappointed. Diving back into the gut, she ramped up her routine. "Aw, don't go yet, Dash," she started, pulling out the rest of the organs, stopping at each one. "I know I can be a real pancreas, but I'm just kidding with you. You really gotta learn to liver up. Liver it up, boy. These jokes are getting bladder. Guess you gotta develop a stomach for them." She placed the discarded body parts into a bucket, keeping the last one for a bit longer. "Ooh, bagpipes," she said, placing the tube in her mouth and the organ in her armpit. A spurt of acid hit her tongue. Ew. Oh, hey, there's your cupcake, Dash. Dash didn't hear her. She had slipped from consciousness minutes ago. Pinky, not satisfied yet, hit her with another adrenaline shot. Dash woke up for the last time, her heart jumping. Blood flowed out faster. It wouldn't be long now. Pinky put Dash on her down on her back, and straddled her chest, scalpel at the ready. Rainbow Dash, I'm disappointed. I thought you would have lasted longer. I really wanted to spend more time with you before we got here. But I guess it's my fault. I should have taken it a little slower. Oh well, it was really nice knowing you, Dash. The blade slunk into the blue one's throat as it worked its way up her chin. Coming back down, it circled around her neck. The last thing Dash felt was her skin being cut away from her skull, the metal scraping her teeth. Then she was gone. Pinkie Pie stared into the mirror. She did a really good job, even keeping the eyelids. She winked, Dash winked back. Pinkie smiled. But still, she said, she was sad that her friend is now gone. It only lasted 50 minutes, not nearly as long as she wanted. She looked back at the caviter hanging there in the center of the room. Last of the fluids draining into a pan. Yep, no more Rainbow Dash. Then Pink cocked her head. She was starting to take notice of the fact that there really wasn't much damage. In fact, she began to think, I think, and an idea exploded in her head. She was good at sewing, and she had all the pieces. All she had to do was put her back together. Yep, I got some stuffing, and bingo! She'd have Rainbow Dash forever. In fact, that's what she'd do for all her friends. When their numbers came up, she was so excited, she skipped over to the body with the Skinner and got started. The cupcakes can wait. Pinkie had a friend to make. And here's a tiny little story. I wonder if I can fit it in. Yeah, I can fit this small story in. Silver Spoon suddenly woke up. She was on her back. She couldn't move. She couldn't see. Where was she? Freaking out, she was just about to scream when the pony from the barky appeared in front of her. Hi, where am I? What's going on? The frightened little fowl asked. Oh, well, see, your number came up, and I gotta make cupcakes, Pinkie explained. What? What does that mean? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. I wouldn't worry if I was you. It'll be over soon. She approached the girl, scalpel ready, when a small voice called out from behind. Miss Pinkie, what are you doing? She paused to turn back and look at Apple Bloom. The yellow baby pony walked up to her with an angry look on her face. Silver Spoon started to feel relieved. Ah, can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're doing this, she pouted. You said this was going to be mine. Pinkie apologized. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Guess I forgot. Here you go. She handed the blade over. Apple Bloom climbed on the table and stood over her prey. Silver Spoon tried to struggle, but she stared in fear at Apple Bloom in her apron. The pink apron with a shiny tiara on it. The Silver Spoon started to cry. Apple Bloom grinned and opened her mouth. Hey, Silver Spoon, guess who's gonna be a blank flank? And that is all of the whole cupcake story. Even opening up part 2. I am pretty happy with my work of reading Cupcakes, and I'm going to be able to read more fanfics. But I'd like you guys to leave it in the comments if you would like it. Okay, so yeah. Thank you all for reading, well, not reading, but listening to my story. Thank you. See you all later. And remember, don't go to Pinkie Pie's if it's something fun. There. Just remember, don't go to Pinkie Pie's place if your number comes up. See yous all.